I'm Sunday, and in this video, I'm going to share 3 things that I do that really help me with my mental health. So let's get into it. So first, I had a really hard time communicating my thoughts and expressing my feelings. And so the easiest way for me to do that was to do it on paper. Journaling really helped me to get everything that was in my head on paper, and that process alone to clear up so much more space in your mind. Not only that, you get a better understanding of what's really going on, because when you just hold it in your head, you don't start to see the ways that you can solve some of the things that are concerning you. One of the most challenging times in my life is when I lost my brother that I was really close to a few years ago. His passing really triggered a spiral in my life. Losing him was unexpected, and I was already dealing with some other things that were really challenging for me financially, romantically, with my 2 children, being a parent. With my music, it just felt like nothing was moving forward. It was like I would take some steps and then there would be a long pause, and it was like that over and over, and I felt like nothing was really working. So when that happened, it was truly a breaking point for me. I had my own thoughts of leaving, even wrote letters to people that I love, that I still have to this day. I know that even the process of writing those letters allowed me to release a lot of emotions that I was processing at that time. So like I said, journaling, I did different types of journaling. Free journaling, that's kind of like diary style, just writing about my day. I did some intentional journaling where I wrote letters to him or about him, just sharing what I was going through. I also have this gratitude journal that I created years ago. When you're dealing with loss, it's easy for you to focus on the things that you don't have or that are missing from your life. And for me, developing a gratitude practice was a small yet very profound way for me to focus on the abundance that was still around me, which gets me into my next point. The second thing that helped me to deal with grief in a healthy way was my support system. Apart from journaling, I have reached out to almost 30 different therapists. Some were specifically trained in grief counseling, others were just generalized therapists, and I would say maybe 2 or 3 of them responded. And when they did, it was long after I had reached out to them, like months even. It's already difficult to recognize that you need help, that you're not okay, and you're looking outside of yourself for support. So to be met with that kind of response also felt like it just added sting to the wound, you know? So I'm grateful to have had a lot of people who loved me and who checked on me, especially when everything first happened around the time of the funeral. I'm grateful for the people who checked on me, who brought me food, who took my kids to relieve me. If it had not been for my support system, I know for a fact today that I would not be here. And at that time, I really didn't realize the amount of love and support that surrounded me, from friends to family members to people on social media who I've never even met in real life but have followed me on my journey and resonate with me, to send me encouraging words. I know that everybody doesn't have a support system, which is why for me, journaling was so important. And then also number 3, which is kind of tied to number 1, making music. Writing and expressing myself through music really helped me to tap into parts of my heart and my mind that nothing else could really allow me to release those emotions in the same way and at the magnitude that I was able to through the music. And I wrote a song with my producer called Joy. At the time, I wrote it on the day of my brother's birthday. It was our first birthday not having him. And on his birthday, I was able to record a song that allowed me to express how challenging life was for me at the time, and how I didn't want to be here, and how I couldn't see what it was like on the other side. But I'm so glad that I'm here today. Are things perfect? No. Have things gotten a little bit better? Yes. Over time, I feel like I'm finally able to tap into a place of joy that is closest to what it was when he was here. And I'm able to still speak to him like I'm talking to you in ways that are similar to when he was here. You know, I have a picture of him in my car, and I talk to him when I'm on drives. I sometimes just talk to him randomly when I feel like I need help, or when I'm hurting. Whenever I feel like, at least now I'm at a place where I can say, okay, I need your help, you know, or when I want to share something that only he would really understand, I can say it to him. I can speak into the air and know that spiritually he's still with me. In this video, I really wanted to share 3 things that helped me on my grief journey. And one being all types of journaling, whether it's a gratitude practice, a diary, letters to your future self, or to the person that you lost, or just journaling in general, to get out of your head and to really look at things as they are. Because when you're grieving and you're going through such a traumatic event, your judgment is clouded by your emotions and how heavy they are. So journaling helps you to get out of your head and give you the clarity that you need to release and move forward. Take a even if it's a small step forward. Journaling, my support system. And for me, it was making music. Everybody has their own gift. For me, one of them is music. It's not the only gift, but for the next person, maybe it could be content creation, or it could be cooking. If you don't have something that you feel helps you to live your purpose on this earth, I recommend doing some outreach, some volunteer work, because you're able to make a difference while also having a greater appreciation for where you are in life when you're able to help someone else. So those are some things that I recommend. Like I said, I'm still on my journey to joy, you know, after losing a loved one. But, you know, grief doesn't just come from losing someone you love. It could be from losing a job, or the end of a relationship, or having to move, or natural disasters. It could be anything. And so, like I said, for me, expressing myself through music, I wrote a song called Joy, where I was able to say, okay, I'm not in a great place, and I don't know what it looks like to have joy, but I want to get there, and I know it's coming as long as I keep going. And that's what the song is about. But I really hope that you enjoy this video. I wanted to share with you guys what's been on my heart and how things are changing for me. For those of you who have been following me for a while, I'm at a place now where I am trying to bring all the things that I love together in a way that makes sense. The music, the mindset, and all the things that I've talked about before. So I just want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.